I hope sooner rather than later.
Because tomorrow is not promised, you know that, right?
Never.
Let's see your legs.
The next hour isn't promised.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see your legs because we want to see how the lifestyle is affecting our brothers and sisters, you know?
I apologize.
No,
so this actually happened a year ago. I was actually I think I talked about it. I was in a shopping cart. My husband was pushing me around.
Oh, I did probably see you guys.
Right there. This was actually bigger. Now, the big thing now, it doesn't matter. I know I have friends that don't shoot.
Yeah.
They snort. These are like, they're called trank sores. As long as you do trank,
you miss a shot.
They're gonna, no.
That's not for missing a shot?
You don't even have to shoot up. Because these have popped up since I stopped shooting them.
Yeah.
I have friends that just snort. They got them all over. And there's this horse tranquilizer in a lot of, it's called xylazine.
Exactly.
It's in a lot of stuff. And basically, I asked the doctor, I said, what? Like, because they almost look like pimples on the start. And they're very painful too.
We're not here to judge you, Rose. Remember that. We know you're in a tough situation right now. And if you were not in this situation, you'll be spick and span.
That's right.
So let's get to it. Are you ready?
I'm ready if you're ready.
Hey, what's up, AML family? Look who we ran into. Aubrey. You know, she's out here in Kensington today. The last time she was at her hustle spot, 30th Street.
Yes.
But she's down here today in Kensington. How you doing, Aubrey?
I'm doing pretty good, actually.
I see you got a haircut, huh? Why you decided to cut your hair?
Well, I've had to cut it before. Only last time I was fortunate I got to keep a little bit of it. I'll just be honest, I was just more worried about getting high and not really taking care of myself, and my hair was, it was literally a huge knot, and it was pulling at my scalp, and I don't mean to be gross, but we were very honest here, so.
That's what it's all about.
Because the knot, you couldn't get it washed properly. It was, it was smelling, and I figured, why not just shave all of it off, now when it grows back in, it'll all be fresh and new. And
that's good.
But I tell you what, it feels pretty good because all this heat. I'm a little cold at night, but.
So that helps a lot.
Absolutely. Because this summer is by far the hottest in a long time.
Definitely is. So what do you do to keep cool when it get hot like this?
Lots of water. I'm drinking lots of water.
Water, okay.
I was telling.
You know about the libraries, right? The libraries, you can go there to cool off also.
Yeah, they're really good about that. Sometimes when you go into some of them too, they have like ice water for you to drink and stuff.
Yeah. So Aubrey, a lot of people who are just tuning into AML Films, they don't know your story. So can you give us a little backstory on you? What led you down this road?
Sure. If you saw my video before, I'm married to my husband, Steve, which we just celebrated our 6-year wedding anniversary on July 18th, which was really, really nice. But anyways, so we actually are from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and when I tell you that one night we randomly decided to just leave, it was literally like we pulled into the driveway and he's like, you want to go to New York? I'm like, all right, cool, fine, let's go. And that's where my husband's from, and basically I made a few wrong turns and thought we were going the right way, and we ended up here. And people think it's a joke, and it's not. I used to think it was a joke when people say, oh, you get stuck here. There's no other way to put it than that, because I am a prime example. Like, we came down here to cop and we have not left. Here we are, like 5 years later.
And that happened to so many people. The last time the last time we spoke, you told me that you keep in touch with your family, right?
Yes.
How is that coming along?
I still talk to my mom just about every day. We recently we got our housing back in March. I think when my last video, we had just gotten into the couple shelter. I can't remember. But we were actually, the shelter said they were highly impressed with us because we were there a shorter time period than any other couple ever stayed there, and we got our housing. Like, we were ready we just were on top of all of that.
What's the name of the shelter?
It's the only couple shelter in Philadelphia. Now we got our place, actually. It's in, yeah, you have to get off at like Olney.
So you've been there, you slept there.
Oh yeah, furniture.
So why you back out here in Kensington? You got a place to stay. A lot of people don't have that.
Well, honestly, my husband goes home more than I do. He is, you know, and I don't blame him. He, like you just said, he's got a place. He's earned it, and we have being out here for 5 years. That's a long time to be on the street for 5 years straight. Like, no, like, really the only time we were ever inside was at that shelter, and that was the last 3 months we were out here. So, however, maybe this sounds like an excuse, or it's really hard to adjust to getting back in. It's kind of like when you get out of jail, like, you know, you have to readjust. It's kind of the same when you're so used to being on the street. It's really hard. Like the people at our housing program, the lady, my mentor, her name's Leisha Lee. She's a wonderful person. She comes down here and looks for me all the time, and she'll take me to get something to eat and check in on me and whatever. She told me a story that one of their other people, she actually will not sleep in a bed. She sleeps on the floor, like, and because she's just so used to sleeping on the ground, and like that's just what she does. And I guess she talked to my husband one night, like. And she said, you know, if it gets to be like a year and, you know, Bree's not coming home, like, she goes, but it's like being on the street 5 years straight, that's a long time, and it isn't hard to adjust, like, sometimes. But winter is coming. I don't really want to be out here in the winter, that's for sure.
Where do you make your most money at? Here or 30th Street?
No. I think when we did the video, I was mentioned like the money making at 30th. It was definitely not as much as it was when I first started. And right now, I mean, I have a bunch of different friends. They do, you know, they boost, some of them, you know, all different ways of making money. It's hard right now. I mean, when people say that all the time, it is so hard to make money. I mean, sometimes I'm out here for 4 hours to make $5, and I am not used to that at all.
How much you made today so far?
Today, I've been very blessed, actually. Today's probably been one of my best days, so by far. So I met this couple today, and they in total with what they gave, not to be inappropriate, they gave me like, you know, some bags of dope and whatnot and some money. In total with the money and that, they gave me about $50. I did look out for a couple of people because they said, look, we don't ever want anything, like just pay it forward. And that's what I always tell people too. So one of my good buddies that walks out here, he's got a leg brace on. He's actually walking right behind you right now. I call him my Philly dad. He helps me out a lot. If he was sick, he had one bag, he would split it with me by far. So I, you know, helps him out. And this old man that helps me out with food and anything I need, really. He hooks me up when he gets his food stamps. I helped him out with a little. And then, of course, you know, I bought those two, a couple of my friends, you know, like a cold drink, because it's hot out here and whatnot. But, so that, and then, I got lucky again, you know, right thereafter, you know, I got like a $10 bill. Like it's to get like anything above a 5 here is like huge. So.
Well, at least you're having a good day, right?
Yes.
It's not easy being out here having to stand on that street, hustling for money all day in the sun.
They're a lot more cruel here, I think.
So, Aubrey, so now, you know, what are you struggling with right now currently? Are you still struggling with fentanyl? What all battles are you having now, drug-wise?
Well, my last video, I believe I had talked about how I switched from shooting my dope to smoking, and I still haven't shot up. I'm going on almost 10 months now. I haven't shot up, which I mean, it's like like some people are like, well, you still do dope. Yeah, I do, but you know, like I told my dad about it. You know, like, Dad, you know, I don't shoot up anymore. He's like, well, you know what, kid, that's a start. You know, and I don't know. It's big for me because for me to just be able to. It was a struggle, you know. I definitely had to juggle with it, and you know, I did have to be kind of sick a couple of days to just kind of make the switch. But so yeah, I'm definitely still struggling with that. But I feel like my habit since the last time we made a video, it's about the same. I don't think it's increased by any means. I haven't smoked any dope. I'm starting to feel a little antsy, you know. And the dope I had, basically the dope that I did last is not something that I normally buy. I only had like $3, and my buddy, you know, my one buddy, he doesn't do dope, so, you know, he wanted something else for the dope, and I said I had $3, and he took that, and there's a lot of, you know, I don't know if you hear, like, there's dope that's like purple. I've been trying to avoid the purple stuff.
Why?
I don't know, it tends to make me act very nutty, like I wake up and don't know how I got there. Or, you know, I don't remember anything.
That's like, not good.
And it's scary. So if I don't remember how I got there, like who knows what anyone could have done to me for all I know while I was asleep. So I more so do the dope, the white dope. Actually, there's a lot of times you jump around all different stamps, and you know, I've been doing the same one for about 3-4 months straight now, and it does, you know, I know exactly, like, I do about like a half a bag at a time. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's, so how many bags will you say you use average every day now?
Well, of course, I always say that depends on what time my day starts. I have kind of a routine, you know. I like to get out there in the morning for the morning rush hour, if you will. So let's say my day starts at 8. So I know 4 of those bags I can be okay, for sure. Because I do it like a half at a time. Sometimes I might fall asleep. You know, it depends, but I think we talked about this too. It's the kind of dope, it's not that kind of dope where you're like standing up all like, now if I'm by myself in a quiet spot, I might, you know, dip out and fall asleep. But like when I'm out in the street, especially, because it's dangerous. Like I have gotten to that point where I'm nodding out in the road and like, I've almost been hit by a car a few times. Thankfully I wasn't, but you know, I'll get right out of the road and go lay down. But I know like 4 bags, that's at like minimum, that's like staying well, not getting like super high or anything all day.
Understood.
But 6 absolutely is by far plenty to have a nice day.
Gotcha. So Aubrey, now you're out here, you're struggling, it's not easy. Do you see yourself trying to get clean?
So, the cool thing with this housing program, they have a clinic. They have a Suboxone clinic, or, I mean, anything you need. Right now, my husband and I have been going, we're trying to get referred to a methadone clinic, because we've never done methadone before. And if I'm correct, I think we expressed in our last video how that is something we really, really want to try. That's like, because one of the main reasons we did also stay here, like, is because there's so many options for treatment like that here. Like in the South, methadone, it's crazy expensive. You know, like it's just not an option for us. Like we're just not financially able to afford it there.
Well, so you are thinking about getting clean eventually, right? Trying to get off this dope before it take your life.
Yeah,
right.
Like we were saying, I just lost a couple people that are older than me and been doing dope a long time. And they both just died from an overdose, and it is scary.
Yeah. Are you afraid of dying? This way? Are you afraid of dying this way from an overdose or from the lifestyle?
Of course I am, and I hope I'm more afraid, like, for my family. I don't want my mother to get that call, you know. Like, she tells me every time I call her from the Pennsylvania number, she's terrified that if she knows it's probably me, but she's terrified it's going to be the morgue. She's going to have to come up here and identify I don't want my mom.
Exactly. So that's why that should be the more reason for you to want to get clean.
And I want to be there for like my mom. I think I talked about this too. Like my mom's gonna get married, you know, and I want to be in the wedding, and I cannot be if I continue.
Right. So
I can't go down there like this. And
are you going to try to do the right thing for yourself? Not for your mom, but for you.
Not for my mom, or not even for my husband.
For you, you're number one. Exactly. When you think you're gonna take that step?
I hope sooner rather than later.
When are you going back to the hospital just to make sure that everything is okay with you?
Well, so I go, like I said, to the prevention point.
Yeah.
A lot, but we have, I'm sure you've heard of Project Home. They come around all the time, outreach.
Yeah.
They have a nurse they bring around, and I always have them look at it, and like, you know, I do try to follow her directions. Like she says, like with this one, she was pretty worried in the beginning because it was like a black hard spot, and it literally was like the size of a golf ball, and it hurt. It was stretching, and she said like she'd never seen anything like that. It's like, not like I told her first of all, I don't shoot up at all. She's like, yeah, it's crazy. She goes, even people that have never shot up in their life are getting these trank stars. I'm like, well, how do you make them go away? She goes, you stop doing dope.
Yeah.
That's the only way they'll ever fully go away.
So Aubrey, let's wrap up the update. I really appreciate your time. You know
I can't believe I ran into you here.
God's leading.
I thought about going to 30th every now and then just to pop around and see. And I knew exactly who you were once I saw you.
That's awesome. That's great.
It's Mal, right?
Yeah, Mal. Yep, you got it. Yep. It's great to see you, Aubrey. I'm happy you are alive, and I pray that you can, you know, get the strength to beat your demons and, you know, get off the streets because you're a nice woman. You know, you deserve a peaceful place, not on the streets. You know, you got friends and family who love you, and you love yourself too. You're number one. Can't nobody do it for you but you, right?
Absolutely.
If we could do it for you, Aubrey, if I could get clean for you, I would.
If it was so easy as all our loved ones want it for us, none of us would be on drugs. I wish it was that easy.
Right. So, Aubrey, before we wrap things up, all the hardship that you have experienced in life, what lessons that you have learned from it that you can pass to the next generation?
Ooh, well, I guess just, you know, I think I said this last time, don't judge anybody. Like, no two situations are the same, ever. It doesn't matter, like, you know, like for example, like, oh, my mom died. Oh, my mom died too. It doesn't matter if they died the exact same. No two situations are the same. And don't judge anybody. I think lately the biggest thing, it's crazy the stuff people say to me in traffic. And I think that words are one of the most hurtful.
What do they say?
Things. I mean, like, go kill yourself, get a job. They spit in my face. Like, and I want to ask a lot of the men, like, you have a daughter? You know, like stuff like that. But anyway, just people are very hurtful, and words are very hurtful. You don't ever know what anyone might be going through. And sometimes it might, what you say to them might just push them over. I guess what I want to say is if you ever can just be there for someone, maybe just smile even, or listen. If you have an extra couple minutes and you just offer, like that means a lot to people.
Right. Aubrey, what do you have to say to the people in this world who are compassionate for people who are struggling with addiction? Those people who give you guys things that y'all need? I would like
to say that there needs to be more people like that in this world.
Amen. You heard
those are the people I feel that keep me going every day. The people that, like, you know, they may not give me money when they come through, but they know me. They greet me by name, or they smile and wave and that, or they give me a nice cold Gatorade, like, every day, and just little things like that. The fact that they just stop, they'll hold traffic up just to ask how my day is, things like that.
Beautiful. So AML family, I want to tell the lovely Aubrey, thank you so much for this update, and we'll stay connected with her. And
I hope so. And also, I want to say thank you to you, because what you're doing is an amazing thing.
Oh, you got it.
Treat us like humans and put our stories out there to show that we just woke up one day and we're like, hey, let's do dope. Like,
right?
You know, stuff just happened. Like, people can see, like, this is real. This is for real. Getting stuck down here is a real thing.
Yes.
I mean, here I am, almost 6 years later. Like, it is a black hole. It is so easy. Like, I just think it's cool, like, to see it, you know, like, uncut, and this is the real deal. This is
people all around the world. People all around the world are interested in your story on what led you down this road.
Yeah, so I was looking at the comments, like people from Canada and UK, and
see,
and it's cool, like, to get it out there, like, you know, and then I'll be clicking around and looking at different things.
What do you got to say to all your supporters, Aubrey?
I've definitely not even finished going through all the comments on there, but I want to say thank you. I don't remember the girl's name, but one comment in particular, she offered to buy me a train ticket home to see my grandpa if I wanted, and that, like, just, like, who does that? And I know she was serious, like, and I can't remember for the life of me what her name is.
Yeah, we'll look through it.
But I want to say thank you to her. I don't think I'm ready at that in this morning time, but, like, just to know that could happen for me. She was very, like, that meant a lot to me.
Hey, AML family, that's what we do. We lift our brothers and sisters up.
And I don't think I had one negative comment really on my stuff. It was all very nice. Right. Even it was just like, oh, she's got a good smile. She's, you know, she can do it. She's a strong person. She's getting there. Like,
and that encouraged you, right? When you hear positive words, right?
Oh yeah, I felt really good every day. I try to read a few of the comments.
Beautiful.
And it's nice to have that. If I'm feeling crappy, I'm not gonna lie, I'll go on there and just read some of the new comments.
Awesome.
And it makes me feel very good.
So, any last words you want to say before we close out?
Well, once again, I just want to say thank you to you for giving me this opportunity, and again, like, for what you're doing to. And it's crazy too, looking through your thing. Like, I know so many of those people. Like, I sit next to every day and talk to.
Wow,
and it's cool. I don't know. I don't put them on the spot and be like, hey, you know, But it's cool to know we have that in common, and
we're a family. Yep.
I want to just, you know, say hi to my family, and because I know a couple of my family members did see my video, and you know, I love you all very much, and I love all you followers too. Like I said, the comments, the positive comments, that means just so much. Just positive words. You have no idea, because I deal with a lot of negative stuff.
Yeah.
And to see that, like, I'm not kidding. Some days I feel horrible. I just literally get right there by the U-Haul. I connect to the Wi-Fi, and I look at those comments, and I haven't come across one negative one. And I think maybe once I did, and there were a lot of people bashing at them, like,
we
hey,
don't play that.
How dare you? Like,
and remember, the love always outweighs the hate. So always look at the
we all
love
bleed
you
the
got.
same on the inside.
So guys, we about to wrap up. The mosquito is trying to suck my blood.
Yeah.
So remember, guys, Aubrey, is there anything you're in need of we can help you with, dear?
I mean, anything is. I don't turn anything down, but
awesome.
like I said, we just got into our place, and you know, it's a little bald in there. We're slowly making it into our little nest. So it's just household things of any kind, dishes or something. I don't know.
Awesome.
We won't turn anything away.
Got you, got you. So AML family, we wrapping it up. Remember, don't be bitter, be better. Until next time, we out there. Peace out.